GlaxoSmithKline. I forget. The gym is on what? 8:15 or higher. I kind of forget what floor, but anyways, when it was brand new, I would go in and take care of these dogs, and it always smelled really good. It had that sort of like as if someone just got out of the shower with quality hotel shampoo, if you will. And it just always smelled like someone freshly came out of the shower. The last time I was there, though, it did not smell that way. It did not have that aroma. And I wondered what happened. It went into a more sweaty, musty kind of aroma. Oh, that's new. They have a new mural down there. It's hard to see from here, but it looks like you're looking through a bric-a-brac white fence that does crisscross. Like flowers through. That's a new one. Also, there was a body that was fished out of the water, not at this bridge, but the next one further up. And it's in one of my videos. At least the emergency boats and everything are in there. So far, no identification on the body. And I'm wondering when this mural came in relation to that, because it's the first time I'm seeing it. So 46 floors in the FMC, and I always sort of attribute it to Biden being the 46th president. University of Pennsylvania over there in the distance. There's a whole sports field. If you go down here, there's a whole field for soccer, field hockey, baseball, tennis, softball, and whatever else, track. It's really cool. I have a few videos on that. I love walking over there. Today my body temperature is up a little bit, so it's cool out here. We'll look for the temperature on Pico. Go Phillies. 6:40 a.m. and 64 degrees in August, in a morning in August. That's kind of on a Sunday. That's really good. There's a breeze out here, but internally I'm having a little bit of a body temperature problem. But considering it's not even 7 a.m. on a Sunday, I'm surprised of the amount of people who are actually out. It's a little unusual for this hour on a Sunday, but granted, it's the weather's really nice, and we're just getting into the school year, so a different population has descended upon the city. Phillies mural here with Harry Callis, HK, an infamous broadcaster who passed away a few years ago. I forget exactly when. Is it longer than that? I kind of forget. Who's in there? Number 6, 45. We have 26, 20. Get this, I actually took care of the Utley's dog and cat for a while in 2012-13, whenever, on occasion when they went away on tour or whatever you call it, on the road. And I met Jennifer, not Chase, but I would do overnights, and I got to stay in their penthouse home here in Philadelphia, although they don't live there now. They're originally from California, and the phone number would come up for Jennifer as Compton on my phone. My phone doesn't always give the city these days, but back then it would come up as Compton. So it sounds like a song, But anyway, got to stay in their 11, 12, 13 three-story penthouse in the Ayer building, which is 210 Washington Square West. Latitudinally, it's directly behind the Eternal Flame for the Unknown Soldier. And Jack, a pit bull, was very well trained. It was like walking a soldier, basically. And very well behaved. And Sam the cat. And it was cool. You know, it was a beautiful 3-story penthouse. I will say there is a little bit of, you know, mystique, or even you know, maybe a little bit of a show or an illusion in cities or in certain types of homes. You know, they lived there, I guess, year round, or I don't know if they kind of hopped around and had a second home in Florida on the off season. I'm not really sure. You know, baseball goes a long time, I guess. I don't know, but anyway, throughout the year. But having been able to go into many people's homes in a city like this that are in high rises and so forth and so on, I can honestly say, and you know, it was totally awesome, beautiful, nice, but there is a difference between a home, like there are homes that can feel, you know, like a house, or there's a coziness to having a home when you're in a building, and technically you're living in buildings with other people, and you get on an elevator, so that creates an ambiance or a feeling altogether. Like, it's totally awesome, you know, don't get me wrong, to have that kind of money and live that way. But there is a sense of not being a house home. You know, there is a difference. So, just putting it out there. Only because I know people walk around here and a lot of people are hurting. And, you know, everybody wants a roof over their heads. But, you know, it helps for some people to see how people, the Utleys lived, it was awesome. It was like being in a magazine that's in that realm, you know. But I've been in other people's homes, and they just, you know, it's like they dragged the lazy boy from a rancher from 1963 into their multi-million-dollar condo. And I was surprised that in some cases, and this is, Utleys are totally different, in some cases money might not evolve, or brains might not evolve with money obtained. So we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. You know, most people think, ooh, if I got to live, you know, moving on up to the east side, you know, you would think like, I'd want it if I had that much money or whatever. You know, you want your place to look like a layout in, you know, Architectural Digest. Hey, AD, welcome to my crib, you know. But everybody's got something going on, so we'll leave it at that. But don't get me wrong, 11, 12, 13, totally awesome. I would take that in a second if someone gifted it to me. But it does have a certain feel because you're with other people in a building. So this came up as a thing. Like, if you have your own home and you're lucky enough to have that, you've got your own vibe, and there's a separation between you, hopefully, and your neighbors. When you're in a building, everybody's all up in your grill. You know, you coexist with people on elevators in the mailroom or what have you.